Hey guys, it's Man the Authority back once again for you with another banger video. Before we get started guys, as always, if you guys enjoy this video, please make sure that you click that like button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and make sure to hit post notifications so you guys know when new videos going up. And if you guys make it all the way from now to my end of this video, please make sure that you leave that comment hashtag to the end down below in the comment section. Those that do within the first week of this video being out will receive a shout out from me via my Twitter. So what is today's video? Well, you guys obviously know that I am a big Yu-Gi-Oh! Unboxing fan. And when I heard this Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan, I love doing unboxing videos for you guys. And when I heard this game was coming out, I knew I had to get... I wanted to show it off, I wanted to showcase it, because I think it actually could be really, really big. What I speak of is the new Digimon card game, guys. And I'm saying that correctly, Digimon card game. The card game just recently came out. I think the official stuff released, but I was actually able to get a couple of the one copy of each of the starter decks from the early release back in November, I think it was. But regardless, I was able to get one selection of each of the starter decks. So that includes the Gaia Red set, the Coyotes Blue, and the Heavens Yellow starter deck. And let me just hold these up for you guys again, because I swear these just look so freaking dope. I think that looks pretty good. Lucky to get them all in the shot. And I know normally you don't see a lot of channels that, if you guys have ever seen unboxing videos, they don't do starter decks, and that's basically because of the fact that obviously starter decks, you know, once you open them, you obviously know what you get. But I figured featuring these starter decks would be a good exception for two reasons. One, due to the fact that it's a new game. You know, it'd be cool to, I thought it'd be cool to showcase these guys, see what the game's all about, and everything like that. But along with that, each of these starter decks actually comes with a booster pack from the first set that is set to release. So the first special edition set, because in Japan, the first 3 sets have already released. So for America, they actually took all 3 sets and combine them together and split them down the middle to where we get Special Booster 1, which is what these packs have, and Special Booster 1.5, I think it's called. I don't know why they just call it Special Booster 2, but regardless. So we're going to open these guys up, inspect all the cards and everything like that, and see what we get in the pack. So let me get these open up real quick, and we'll get right into the video. Okay, so as you guys can see, we have the starter decks. And, like I said, we got the packs here as well that came with the sets. All the rule cards and additional stuff we'll keep off to the side for now. And also we'll open up the booster packs once we're done. So I'm actually going to showcase the sets based on the initial value of how much. So we're actually going to start off with the Gaia Red, because this one alone is going for like 50 bucks by itself based on the cards. So for those of you that obviously have never played the game, obviously there are 4 different types of cards in this game. You got your Digimon card, you got your Digi-Egg cards, you have your Digimon cards, you have your option cards, and you have your Tamer cards, which I'll go through kind of and showcase each of them. So, the first 4 in the deck are obviously the Digi-Egg cards, which looks like for this one is Koromon. And I do like and the reason I like this game is, the art style. It kind of looks a little bit cartoonish-y, but I think it's kind of cool. So we got Koromon, the bottom effect is its inherited effect, basically meaning if this card is Digivolved, the new monster gains its effect. So Koromon's is, while this Digimon has 4 or more Digi-Evolution cards, it gains an extra 1000 DP, which is basically like 1000 attack if you're playing by Yu-Gi-Oh terms. So it looks like we have 4 of those guys, which in this game you can have up to 5 Digi-Egg cards in your deck, which makes sense why they now overload. So looks like we also got 4 Biomons, standard level 2 Digimon, very nice. Agumon, looks like we got 4 of him in this deck, which Agumon also has an inherited effect. On your turn, if this card got if the Digimon Digivolved from this card, it gains an additional 1000 DP during your turn. Very nice. Looks like we got Dracomon, which this card was actually not in. Like I said, if with the app that the game plays in, again, if you guys look up Digimon card game on your Android or Apple device, you can find it. This card's actually not featured, which isn't that bad. I mean, Dracomon, it's a standard level 3, looks like 4000 DP, not bad. You got Birdramon, 4 of them in this one. level 4, 5000 DP. Again, the art style is very, very cool. Again, that's why I like them. Some people think it looks a little cartoonish on some of them, like the Beomons and things like that, but some like Bergermon, that's sick. And looks like we got next is the Core Dramons, which these cards are blocker. This guy's a blocker. Basically, if your opponent tries attacking you directly, or it's trying to attack maybe another Digimon that you might control, this guy can actually intercept it. It's kind of like the same concept of like in Magic the Gathering. This guy also has a negative effect though. When it attacks, you lose 2 memory, which I won't get too deep into the rules. Again, if you guys want to look that up yourself, you can. Next we got Greymon. Looks like only 2 of them in this one. And Greymon, level 5, 4000 attack, and its inherited effect is an extra security attack, which this Digimon checks an additional security card, which is very, very nice for an inherited effect. Next you got Garudamon. Looks like you got 4 of them in this. Which when Digivolving, one of your Digimon gets 3000 extra DP for the turn, which that's a really nice boost. And looks like this guy's a play cost of 6 and 7000 DP. Again, really, really cool. Now we're getting into the more secret rare cards. You can kind of tell based on the bordering. Or actually, you can kind of tell, if you guys can kind of see, you guys can tell the rarity of the card. So if you look real close, look for the camera, if you guys see that little C right there, that means that this, oh, hold on, let me back up. This card is common in the deck. And then if you look at Greymons, if you guys can focus, there we go. That's a U for uncommon. So they actually have different rarities as well based on the set. Now we're getting into the rare selection, which is the Metal Greymons, which are very, very cool. I love this card. It's a level 5 card. Play cost of 7000 DP, and it has a nice inherited effect that when this Digimon is blocked, gets blocked, you gain 3 more memory, which if you know how to play the game, memory is a big thing in the game. And it looks like, how many did we get of those? We got 4 of those. That's very, very nice. Very, very nice card. Now we're getting into how this game really is. The Phoenixmon. Looks like we get 2 of them, and just look at that full card design. That is sick. That's what I like about these. Like Pokemon, it's like you get the full art of the card. Crazy, play cost of 10, but only requires 2 memory if you're Digivolving, and 12,000 attack. That's nuts. Now we're getting into looks like the final ones of the set, which are the War Greymon. 12 play cost, but only 4 memory to use if you're Digivolving, 12,000 DP, and its effects are pretty sick too. For every 2 Digi-Evolution cards this card has, it gains an additional security check. So just for an example, this guy requires level 5 to Digivolve from. So let's just say, for example, which one of these is level 5? So we got Metal Greymon or Garudamon. Let's say, for example, that if War Greymon Digivolved from Metal Greymon, that Digivolved from regular Greymon, and that Digivolved from Agumon and Koromon. So that's 4 cards right there. So if I Digivolve them from all 4, this guy could be able to security check 3 cards at once. That's literally insane if you're willing to play that. This game is really all about control and just time management. So that's really, really, that's one thing to know about this game. It's very time management, very control sensitive, kind of like Magic or Pokemon in a sense. So that's all of our Digimon and Digi-Egg cards for this deck. Now we move on to the Tamer cards, which there's only one Tamer card in the set, which is the Tie Tamer. Tamer cards, they have a very each Tamer cards are basically almost like continuous spells or traps in Yu-Gi-Oh. They allow them to stay on the field the entire time until they're destroyed. And this one's actually a pretty decent one. On your turn, all of your Digimon get 1000 DP. Now the cool thing about trainer cards is you can stack them. So like if I have all 4 of these on my field at once, all my Digimon gain 4000 DP. That's insane. And I mean, imagine War Greymon, who has 12,000, getting an additional 4,000 just for being there. That's insane. And now for the last ones, we have the option cards. Now the option cards is basically like just your standard spells and things like that in Yu-Gi-Oh! You can play them, each have different effects, and the cool thing about these spells, they have most of them have security effects. Now, basically, security is basically like your barrier. If your opponent's Digimon takes one out, then its security effect activates rather than its natural effect. So, for example, if this card were to be played as normally, one of your Digimon get 3000 DP for the turn. If, however, it's activated as a security, all of your Digimon gain an additional security check until the end of your next turn. So normally security checks can only happen during your opponent's turn, so on your next turn, all of your Digimon can do an additional security check. So let's say War Greymon, for example, how I said if he had 4, he could have taken out 3. If in this case, this was activated security check the previous turn, he could attack 4 times. Or take out 4 at once. Again, insane. It looks like we get 4, which is nice. And plus, with a play cost of 1, that's very, very nice. Looks like we also have Starlight Explosion, which there are 4 of them in this deck, with a cost of 2. Its standard effect is all your security Digimon get 7,000 DP until the end of your next turn, which security Digimon or any Digimon that are in like that face down position that I demonstrated, if it's a Digimon that gets security checked, it gets an additional 7,000 to defend. Now, the important thing about it when you're attacking security Digimon is if your Digimon has more security check than your opponent, yours will still be destroyed, but it'll take out your opponent's with it, which that's a very nice thing. And security check, it's basically the same effect. All your security Digimon get 7,000 for the turn. So let's say your opponent's going over more than just this card, it'll help preserve it, which is nice. It looks like, again, we got 4 of them. Next, we got the Giga Destroyer, which these 2 last cards weren't in the on the app. So this is nice to learn. So we have the Giga Destroyer, play cost of 6. With its main effect to lead up to 2 of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 or less DP. That's actually really, really good. I mean, with the fact that I can destroy that much, that's an insane effect. And especially it gets up to 2, and up to 2. I like effects like that don't limit me to say, oh, I have to destroy 2. It can be up to 2. And obviously, it's a security effect, activate this card's main effect, which is nice. And then and we get 2 of those. And then the last one is the Gaia Force. Security effect obviously just activates main effect. Cost of 8 with the ability just delete one of your opponent's Digimon. Doesn't matter how powerful it is, how weak it is, just get rid of it. Absolutely insane. Really good card. Like I said, I'm gonna enjoy playing this game. If it becomes mainstream, as I think it should, and hopefully it should be, I think a lot of people are gonna enjoy this. Now we're going to move on to the next one, the next least expensive, which I think this one's going for about 35, maybe 40, the Coyotes Blue. So, first we're going to get into the Digi-Egg cards, which each deck actually has its own different type of play style based on the effects. So with the Coyotes Blue, we have Tsunamon, which its inherited effect. This card gets this Digimon gets 1,000 DP when battling an opponent's Digimon that has no Digi-Evolution cards. That's pretty good. So if it's battling like a very, very weak Digimon, even if it just Digivolved from, say, if it's just a stage 1 Digi-Evolution matter, then it has the ability to really make sure it gets rid of it, which is nice. So then we also have Gamamon, I think that's how you pronounce it. Gomamon? I don't remember how to pronounce it. It's been so long since I've watched Digimon as a kid. But again, the original series always been my favorite. That's why this brings back such good memories for me and why I wanted to really get into playing this game, not just because it looks great. Standard, play cost 2, level 3 with 3,000 DP. It looks like we get 3 of these bad boys. So that's pretty good. I'll actually move the Tsunamon a little bit closer. That way you guys can see him. Next we have the Gabumon, which it was one of my personal favorite next to Agumon in the series. Gabumon, level 3, play cost 3, DP of 2, kind of low for it, but it has a nice inherited effect. When the inherited Digimon attacks, press the Digi-Evolution at the bottom of your opponent's Digimon with a level less than or with a level 5 or less. So, for example, if let's say you're battling against a Gaiomon that evolved from a Tsuamon, because thanks to Gabumon's effect, if it evolved, let's say, this Bearmon, just for example, if my Bearmon attacked it, this effect would cause trash the Digi-Evolution at the bottom of this, so this Gaomon would lose to Suamon's effect. Now, not saying that that's going to be anything major, but depending on what you are battling against and what's at the bottom of that stack, that could be very, very a good thing. And the fact that it's level 5, so that's even higher as well, so that's really, really nice. And like I just showed, we have Bearmon, which play cost 3, level 3 with an attack of 4, a decent standard one. Next we got Ikakumon. That's, I don't remember how to pronounce these guys. I am sorry if I am butchering these. You can roast me all you want in the comment section. Play cost 4, level 4 with a DP of 5. That's pretty good. It looks like we have 4. Next, we get Garurumon. Play cost of 5 of level 4 with 4,000 DP. And it has an inherent effect that when attacking, trash the Digimon card at the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon. That's pretty good, and that's in general too. So if you Digivolve Garurumon from Gabumon, you can just do this in general, and if it's level 5 or less, that you can do it twice. Again, getting rid of this deck is really about getting rid of those Digi-Evolution standards, which is why it's actually a perfect counter for our guy at red that I showed earlier. Looks like we only get 2 of him, and this that's a little sad. Next, we get Grizzlemon. Play cost 5, level 4, DP of 6, which makes sense when you consider this is our blocker for the deck. Same unfortunate effect. I think a lot of the blockers have the same effect where you lose memory if it attacks, so don't attack with your blockers. But it looks like we get 4 of them, which is good. Next, we got the Were Garurumon. Love this guy in the show. And just look at that art style. Again, you guys cannot tell me these art styles do not look at least the least bit sick. I mean, I think that these are really, really cool. Play cost of 7 with a Digivolve cost of 3, which is really, really good difference. Level 5, DP of 7,000. And on your turn, while your opponent has a Digimon with no Digi-Evolution cards, this card gains an additional security check 1, which again falls in the same category of having that anti-Digivolve thing as well. Next, we got Zudomon, which we get 4 of those bad boys in this set. This actually was a card that wasn't featured. I don't think, I think the Garugamons were featured in the app, but definitely not Bearmon. But Zudomon was definitely not. So, when Digivolving, trash 2 Digivolution cards at the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon. Oh, that's actually really cool. So, when Digivolving, meaning it's not like an inherited effect. This is a premier effect. So, let's say, for example, since this Digi-Evolution has a cost of 4, let's say you were evolving this from your Ikamon, or maybe your, maybe one of the Garugamons, or even Grizzlymon, just for an example. Basically, trash the 2 on the bottom just when you're activating. It's basically like a summoning effect, which is really nice. Then you got the Placiomon, again with the full art styling, which is very, very cool. Love that. Really, really nice. I would also love if they end up making an online version of this game. If they made an online where you can create your own decks based on the cards that you collect, would love that, like Duel Links. And then the last one would be the Metal Garugamon, which is nice. And basically, this guy's a pretty basic, simple effect. When attacking, once per turn, unsuspend this Digimon. So basically what that means is when you attack, it's like in Magic. When you attack, you can only attack it that once. With this guy, once it attacks, once per turn, you can unsuspend it and do it again. Really good card. Especially if you have it like stacked up with some of the other anti-Digimon or Digi-Evolution card effects. I think that's actually a really good card. I think you do get the chance to use this card in the deck. I'm almost positive because if they put War Greymon in the one in the game, I would assume they would do this one too. That's nice. So then you obviously have our Tamer cards, which this one is Matt. If you guys, Matt's a pretty good one too from the game. Basically, at the start of your turn, if your opponent has a Digimon with no Digi-Evolution cards, you gain a memory. So say, for example, if your opponent's just starting off with a basic and you have this, you gain additional memory. If you have all 4 of these, you have a possibility to gain up to 4 memory from that. And that is just an amazing thing. And the nice thing is, again, Tamer cards can also be security checked as well. So where if this is a security check card and it activates, basically you just get to play with no cost, which is really, really nice. And then the last we have from the deck is obviously the option card. So the first one is actually the only one I've seen so far in this game that has a 0 play cost, and that is Hammer Spark. Main effect, just gain a memory. Now you might not think that's a lot, that's anything substantial, but in this game, it's very substantial. It's very, very an important thing. And the nice thing about its security check effect is gain 2 memory, which that's obviously really, really nice. That's a very, very good effect. Next, we have the Sorrow Blue. Looks like we get 4 of those. And its main effect appears to be the same as its security check effect. Choose one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digi-Evolution cards. That Digimon cannot attack nor block until the end of your opponent's next turn. Very, very nice card. Very, very nice to have. I'm just gonna flip these so now it makes sense. And I also like the back of the cards. The back of these cards look very, very cool too. Next, we get the 2 cards that you do not get to use in the app. The Kaiser Nail. Choose a Digimon Digi-Evolution card placed under one of your Digimon and... Wait, hold on. Choose a Digimon Digi-Evolution card placed under one of your Digimon and play it as another Digimon without paying its memory cost. This is a great card. I don't know why they don't let you use this in the game, but in the app, but it makes complete sense because that is broken a little bit. And it also makes sense why they only include 2. And then the last one is the Coyote's Breath. Return one of your opponent's Digimon to its owner's hand. Trash all the Digi-Evolution cards. Oh, that is so great. That's like basically another Gaia Force. The thing is that's nice about this is this overrides any kind of deletion effects that the Digimon may have. That's actually really cool. And plus, they just don't get their, they just lose all those cards that they could have had. So that's actually funny. All right. So there's that. And now we get to the last one, which is the Heaven's Light. So we start off with Tokamon, which looks very angry. I remember this guy being so cute and cuddly in the show. I don't know why. Inherited effect's kind of nice. When an opponent's Digimon is deleted by dropping to 0 DP, this Digimon gets 1000 for the turn. This deck in particular, from what I remember from the game, it's very designed to lower your opponent's Digimon to 0. And what's important about that is if any Digimon hits 0 DP, they're just automatically deleted. So that's actually a really nice effect. Salamon, play cost 2, level 3, 3000 DP. Nice little effect. Taprimon, this is one that you don't get to use in the app. Play cost of 3, level 3 with 4000. Very nice. Looks like you get 4. You got Patamon, which Patamon I actually remember from the show. Very, very cute little guy. I hate the fact he's only 1000 DP, but its inherited effect I think makes up for it. And the fact that it has no play cost for being a level 3, which is nice. During your turn, once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon is depleted to 0, you gain 1 memory. I think that makes up for the fact that it's so weak. You got 4 of these guys. Then you get Angelmon, which, Angelmon was always one I love seeing come out on the show as well. Play cost of 5, memory cost of 2 if Digivolve, 4000 DP. When attacking, if you have 4 or more security cards, gain a memory. So this deck is literally just about the more security cards that you have, the more effects you get to use. It looks like we get 2 of them. Next we got Gatomon, no inherited effects of any kind, nothing. 5000 DP, so it's actually stronger than Angemon, which makes sense since it's a champion. Well, actually both are. Level 4, play cost of 4, very, very nice. And looks like you get 4 of them, very nice. Next we get Unimon, which I'm glad this is our blocker. Very nice blocker, play cost of 5, level 4, 6000 DP. And again, as our blocker, and once again it has all the blocker casualties. If you attack with it, you lose 2 memory. So again, I just inherit, don't attack with your blockers at all. Then we got Magna Angemon, which I think you get to use this guy in the deck and on the app. I'm not 100%. That's why, guys, check it out. Seriously, it's a lot of fun. Really, really cool. Magna Angemon, play cost of 7, 7000 DP. Level 5. When attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets 1000 less DP for the turn, which is very nice. You get 4 of them. Then you get Angela Woman, not Angelomon, but Angela Woman, the woman version. When Digivolving, when you have 3 or more security cards or less, trigger Recovery 1 plus deck. Place the top card of your deck on top of your security stack. Okay, that's actually really, really nice. So you can keep replenishing so long as the card's on the field, but when it's Digivolving. But that's nice since we have 4 of these guys. Then we got the Magna Draymon, again with that nice full art, 12,000 DP, very, very nice. And then the last one, this guy was freaking crazy. The Sephramon, I think that's how you call it. 10,000 DP, level 6. When attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon loses 4,000 DP for the turn. Now 4,000, that's a crazy amount. Just look at that shimmer, guys. I mean, you guys cannot tell me you guys aren't even enjoying this a little bit. Again, guys, I know it's a new game. I know it might be a little bit weird, but like I said, all I can ask you guys is check it out for yourself. You never know, you might surprise yourself. And if you're old Digimon fans, you might just learn to come to enjoy it. Like I am. Alright, next we got the Tamer cards, which is young little TK and everything. His effect, during your opponent's turn, all your security Digimon get 2,000 extra points. So, if, say by example, you have all your Digimon get 8,000 points. That's insane. So your opponent shouldn't try attacking to begin with, unless they can somehow find a way to get rid of these. Absolutely nuts. And now the last are the option cards. So the first thing we got is Heaven's Gate. Main, one of your, and the nice thing, and the cool thing about some of the option cards is sometimes the inherited effect is different from the main effect. This is a perfect example. Its main effect, one of your Digimon gets 3,000 DP for the turn. Its security check effect is, all of your Digimon and security Digimon get 5,000 DP for the turn, and then add this card to your hand. So that's great. So literally, he destroys it, all my Digimon get 5,000, and I get to add to my hand, so our next turn I can bump them by 3. Crazy, and I love it. Next we got Heaven's Charm, which we get 2 of these guys. Looks like the main effect, one of your opponent's Digimon loses 2,000 DP for the turn, and if it's been security checked, add it directly to my hand. Again, another great card. Next we get, actually now that I think about it, the only, the last 2, it was the 2 more higher level cards you don't get to use in the deck, and this one, the Heaven's Gate, you don't get to use. It's the first one and the last one. That's interesting. So we get Holy Flame. We get 4 of these. Its main effect is one of your opponent's Digimon gains security check -3. This Digimon checks 3 fewer security cards until the end. So even if your opponent's Digimon attacks, it won't be able to do anything. And then Holy Flame, all of your opponent's Digimon gain security check 1 less. So again, it's better played than security check, but better than nothing. This card, however, doesn't return to your hand like the last 2. And then the last one is the 7 Heavens. Main effect, one of your opponent's Digimon gets 10,000 DP less for this turn, and then security effect obviously activates main effect. So basically, this is basically just like Gaia Force, which is absolutely crazy. Absolutely nuts. But I mean, it technically doesn't say just automatically deletes, but by some miracle, it's like a War Greymon or a Metal Garugamon. It's gonna die. It's gonna die. Alright, now on to the moment that I've been waiting for to open these. The 3 special release booster packs. We're gonna start with the Gaia Red one, right off the bat. I'm excited to see this. Now, obviously, I don't know the pull rates for these cards. I don't even know if there's a pack trick. So this is literally going to be a beta test to see what our pack trick is going to be. Because I do plan on, if this game still becomes, saturated, if it still becomes a thing, I plan on getting more of it in the future. Oh, that's interesting. It comes with, oh, okay, this actually comes with a little half thing of the player deck thing that was introduced, and actually comes with the listing of the set, what we can get. That's kind of neat. Alright, so yeah, it does look like our bigger cards on the back. So the interesting thing about the thing that I'll tell you guys right now, there's 6 different colors in this game. There's the red, the yellow, and the blue, which we saw, but there's also black, purple, and green cards like this one right here, which we'll get, which, you can mix and match decks and things like that and everything like that. Again, just find the app, guys. It'll save you a lot of trouble trying to understand the rules than me explain it. Or try to find yourself some starter decks if you can find any. But anyway, so we got Forbidden Temptation, cost of 4. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, one of your opponent's Digimon cannot attack or block. And in security check, your opponent's Digimon don't suspend during your opponent's Digimon don't unsuspend during their unsuspend phase. Oh, that's actually a very nice card. Very nice. We got another Ganomon, which another thing about this is basically like Pokemon cards, guys. Every time that they're released, they can have different effects. Some are even, there's could be 2 or 3 different variations of this card in the set, and each could have a different effect. So this Ganomon, play cost of 3, level 3, DP of 3. And it has an effect when it's inherent effect on deletion, you gain a memory. So when the Digimon that evolved from this card dies, you get a memory. That's nice. Ooh, Volcanic Draymon. Okay, I've heard a lot of good things about you. Play cost 11, Digivolve cost of 3, 10,000 DP. Effects are security check 1, and on play, delete all of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 or less. I've heard this is great with the Gaia Red deck, so I might add that later. That is nice. Kudamon, play cost of 3, 0 cost to Digivolve from a 2 with 1,000 DP. When attacking, if you have 4 or less cards in your hand, draw a card. Very nice. Next we got Kokuwamon? Yeah, Kokuwamon. Play cost 4, DP of 2 with a Digivolve cost of 1. Inherited effect, during your turn while this Digimon is level 6 or higher, so if you end up Digivolving up to a level 6, gain an additional security check. Very nice. We got a option. Oop! Oh shoot! Oh, sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean to do that. An option card, Atomic Ray. Cost of 3. Main effect is unsuspend one of your Digimon with blocker, which is nice. And then its security check effect is unsuspend all of your Digimon with blocker, and they get 5,000. That's very nice. Impmon, one of my favorite Digimon from the I think it was Digimon Tamer series. Yeah, that was series 3, I think, or season 3, whatever you want to call it. Play cost of 3, 0 Digi-Evolution cost, 1 DP, and upon deletion, trash the top 3 cards of your deck, which might seem kind of weird, but keep in mind the purple cards are usually, that's what their playstyle revolves around on. Tentamon from the original series, play cost 3, Digi-Evolution of 0 with 2,000 DP. When attacking, suspend one of, with an inherited effect, when attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 or less DP. Very nice. Another Biomon, again, another great example of how this game works. Play cost 3, 0, Digi-Evolution cost 2,000 DP. Inherited effect, when this Digimon is blocked, it gets 2,000. Very nice. We got a Baby Diomon, which, again, this card is actually another that's supposed to go great with the Gaia deck, I think. And this is actually a Digi-Egg card, so I think that's where it goes. So Digi-Egg, while this card has Piercing, it gets 2,000 extra DP, which is nice. Looks like that is our uncommon. Okay, so looks like the way this works. How many cards do we get per pack again? What was it, like 12, it looks like? I think that's where are the other two? Yeah, 12 cards per pack. So it looks like the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards are uncommon. And then we get or common, then we get an uncommon, a common, and then whatever's in the back. So 8, 9, 10. Wait, hold on. That doesn't make any sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm a mistake. So we get 9 common cards, 1 uncommon, which is the Digi uncommon card, and then the others. So our rare is a Trump Sword, cost of 7, purple, and its security check and main effect, basically delete one of your opponents and suspend anyone. And our big guy is the Kantasua, holy shit, Kantasaurus Mon. Play cost of 12 with a Digivolve cost of 3, DP 11. When Digivolving, up to 5 of your opponent's Digimon gain -2 security check until the end of your opponent's next turn, which is nice. And if this card gets deleted, one of your opponent's Digimon gets 11,000 DP for the turn. So I could see this being a really nice card with the Gaia Yellow. That's actually really nice. So just for the sake, we'll actually we'll keep the rare and the rare and our, looks like this is a super rare, actually. So super rare, we'll keep those up there for now. That's actually really, really nice, actually. Let's move these a little bit lower down so you guys can actually see them a little bit better. Again, I apologize if everything seems a little bit faded, guys. Brand new setup. First time doing this with this particular setup, so I apologize if it just seems a little wonky right now. Alright, so we got another one of the play cards, obviously with the set. So we got Night Raid, cost of 2, play 1 purple, level 3 Digimon from your trash without paying its memory cost, and any on-play effects the Digimon played with this effect does not activate. So that kind of stinks, but completely understandable, and that's nice to get a level 3 off the bat. Andromon, very cool. I actually remember him from the original series, loved him. Level 7, or play cost of 7, 7,000 DP with a level of, with a digi cost of 3. It's a blocker, which is nice. Nothing else, but a good 7,000 level DP, that's good. Another Volcanidraymon. I love this pack, man. I love this so far. That's very nice. We don't have to go through him again. Great Tornado. Cost of 3. One of your opponent's main effect, one of your Digimon gets 2,000 DP and an additional security check. Nice. And with a security effect, add it to hand. Okay, so it's not an automatic activate, but I will take that. Gabumon, and this one's actually a purple. Okay, so it does. I have noticed something. It looks like the play costs and the DPs are pretty much the same throughout the color variations. It's just a different effect. So this one has a inherited effect on deletion, trigger effect to draw 2 from your deck and then trash 1 card from your hand. Okay. We got Gravity Crush, play cost of 0, gain 2 memory, and at the end of your turn, lose 2 memory. Understandable. Another Kudamon, so we don't have to go through him again. Cherrymon, a green cost of 8, DP of 7 with a Digi Evolution cost of 2. Very nice. And it's a blocker. Very, very nice. Okay, so it looks like our uncommon is Spider Shooter, cost of 3 with a, looks like its security effect will activate its main effect. Trigger, Digivolve 1 of your opponent's Digimon. Trash 1 card from the top of one of your opponent's Digimon. If it has no Digi-Evolution cards or becomes a level 3, you can't trash anymore. Oh, so that's a Digi-Evolution. That's very nice. So it looks like we got another uncommon? Wait, hold on. Sorry, guys, give me a second. Okay, so it looks like you get 2 okay, my mistake, guys. Looks like you get 2 uncommons, or 3 uncommons? Hold on. I gotta look at this again. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it looks like the first 7 are commons, then you get 3 uncommons, and then you get a rare and possible, and whatever the big pull is. Now that makes sense. So we got first uncommon being Spider Shooter. Then we got Sirenmon, which is a play cost of 5, 6,000 DP, no effect. Next, our rare is a... Okay, so Cherrymon was our 3rd uncommon. My mistake, guys. Cherrymon is, or Yokomon is our rare. A Digi-A card. When attacking, you attack an opponent's Digimon. This card gets 1,000 DP per turn. And a Flower Cannon green. Play cost of 2. Main effect. Spend one of your opponent's Digimon. Security check. Spend all of your opponent's Digimon without blocker. That's actually a really, really nice effect. That's not bad at all. Actually, really, really nice. Alright, last one, guys. I was actually hoping we might be able to get the big guy in this set, but it looks like we may or may not. I'm hoping that might change around. The big one I speak of is Omnimon, especially the alternative art. That guy's going for about $180 right now, which can be from this set, so I'm intrigued to see. I don't think we'll get him, but you never know. So we got Blade of True, cost of 2. Main effect, trigger to draw 1 card from your deck for every 2 security cards you have. Okay, that's pretty nice. Another Impmon. Metal Greymon, so this one's a black version. Play cost of 8, DP 7, cost for Digivolve 3. Its play effect is Reboot. Unsuspend this Digimon during your opponent's unsuspend phase, which is nice. And it has an inherited effect. During your turn, while this card Digimon has Reboot, it gains an additional security stack, so that's nice. Looks like we got Armadrillamon, another good one from the... I think this was from the Tamer... No, it wasn't from the Tamer series, it was one after it. I just don't remember what it was called. Blue with a play cost of 2, 4,000 DP, and a skill of 1. Not bad. Horn Buster, cost of 1. One of your Digimon gets 3,000 DP for the turn, and as a security effect, spend one of your opponent's Digimon, then add this card to your hand. Not bad. We got another Greymon. Greymon this time, this one being black. Play cost of 4 with 4,000 DP with a Digivolve thing of 2. During your turn, while this card Digimon has Reboot, it gains Jamming. This Digimon cannot be deleted in battles against security Digimon. That's a very nice effect. Looks like we get Gorillamon, play cost of 6, Digi-Evolution cost of 1, which is very nice for a 6000 DP Digimon. So that's the last of our commons. Our uncommon is our first uncommon is a Garugamon, play cost of with 5000 DP. On play, unspend 1 of your Digimon, very nice. We got Radiation Blade, cost of 3, up to 2 of your Digimon gain an additional 2 security checks for the turn. No, up to 2 of your Digimon get an additional security check for the turn, but no security effect. Interesting. Next we get a Myotismon, very gloomy. Look at that guy. Does he not look gloomy? Looks like Count Dracula in Digimon form. Play cost of 6, DP of 7. Very, very nice. So it looks like our rare is Upamon. I'm not gonna look at that. Is Upamon, inherited effect when attacking once per turn. If your opponent has a Digimon with no Digi-Evolution cards in play, trigger, draw 1. So that'd be kind of nice for the Coyotes Blue. And our last card is a alternative art Sephramon. Are you kidding me? Look at this, guys. Look at him. How could you not love this game? Look at this. That would go great with the other Sephramon. I actually wonder if this is worth anything. I'll take a look, because this definitely has to be an alternative art, I would think. Man, that looks beautiful. Play cost of 12, Digi-Evolution of 3. So this one actually has a less cost than the one from the original Heaven's Yellow deck. When Digivolving, trigger recover deck +1. Place the top card of your deck on your security stack, which is nice. And then during your turn, while you have 3 or more security cards, this Digimon gains security check 1. So yeah, there are definitely cards I know I'm going to add to the other decks, because that is sick, especially that Sephramon. I'm going to have to see how much that guy's worth, because that could be pretty funny. But anyway, that's the video, guys. Thank you. I mean, I'm hoping you guys enjoy this. Please check out this game. I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be very, very nice. I think you guys are going to love it. Again, check it out, guys. See what you guys think. And again, if you enjoyed it, please make sure to obviously, like the video and all that stuff. I'll see you guys next time.